Good evening, Mr. CEO. I'm Clement, the green belt of this project. For the upcoming 25 minutes, my teammates Sam, Agnes, Brian, Alice, and Ronald will share the application of lean management and Six Sigma to improve our order process in thermal fissure. And here you may see the today agenda. I'm now going to share the first 4 parts. Okay, in this project charter, we aim to reach $160,000 the net benefit of this process upgrade, and target to have over $560,000 in total estimated benefit. To solve the problem of high customer complaint and tackle the sales turnover, which has dropped over 1.4 million for past years. So we aim to reduce the waiting time of deliver our services to delight our customer, and to motivate our colleague providing a quality service. And mostly important, to standardize the internal ordering process by single contact point. Here is a timeline, and actually Agnes will share with us in detail later on. And as I said, here are my team members. Okay, we start from defined of Dominic, and we will identify our customer priority and our gap between perceived and expected services. Here you may find the internal customer, and we have over 100 colleagues in Hong Kong. In this slide, you may see we have more than 185 accounts in different industries in Hong Kong, from government to commercial laboratories. Those accounts create over 56 million revenue by 4 different categories of our equipment and consumable products. In early of March, we have conducted a telephone interview and successfully collect 64 replies out of 80. I will make it short here. And here is our first question. Okay, and here from the question 2, you may find over 25% of our customers, they feel upset in their recent experience. More importantly, here you may find over 58% of our clients, they felt they have to spend much effort when they contact us. From question 4 to 7, we got a critical information. You may see the score of process time and our responsiveness are very low at 2.1 and 2.4 out of 5 respectively. From this open-end question, you may see the highlight in red. 40 customers say our ordering process was extremely long. 28 said they felt complicated due to the process of multi-contact, and 80 consumers said our delivery was late when they order our consumable products. Over 58% customers disagree Thermo Fisher value themselves as a customer. Here we treasure our customer, share their valuable advice to us, and few customers say long lead time, feel complicated, and the ordering flow was messy, and some say the ordering process is wasting the time, and they also compare with our competitor and suggest we learn from Hatch to have a hassle-free reorder system. We did not only collect external feedback, but as usual, we are open to hear our internal customer voice. Most of our colleagues felt our SOP are not clear, outdated, very complicated, and as a result to work as a firefighter to handle customer complaint. Once we collect the data, we consolidate and analyze by Pareto chart. You may see the first 5 items in blue here, which are the critical to quality to this project. Long lead time, single contact point, standard of ordering flow, ordering process time, and hassle-free reorder system. From the 80/20 rules, our customer care about timeliness, accessibility, communication, responsiveness, and convenience when they are ordering our product. So my teammate Sam will share some more on the measure.
Okay, thanks Clement. Hi everybody, this is Sam speaking. I'm the champion for this project. So here is the motivation of our study. 2 major points here, and majority there are too many customer complaints here. The salesperson is getting a lot of pressure and noise from the customer in the last couple of years. Secondly, and most importantly, it is the sales amount is getting dropping. In last year, it has dropped about 2.5%, which is around 1.4 million USD. Therefore, I will move to the next slide and let's find out which part of the process is not doing well. So now I move on to the part of measure from dynamic methodology. On here, it is a simple side plot diagram which will help us to define the purpose and scope of the process. You may notice that the S supplier is missing, and yes, we are not talking about production today, so there is no surprise here. So here is the extraction of the projection from the process. As you can see how the order placed at the top of the flow chart, and how long is the total cycle time to make goods delivery to the customer. So the customer spent 1 day to place an order to Thermo Fisher, and the CS team will need maximum 21 days to make the good order confirmations. You may notice that if the order is come from the email, it will take about 7 days, but if the order is placed by the fax, then it will need 21 days. I will elaborate more on this stage in next couple of slides. So 30 days for production, 20 days for logistic team to make delivery, and maybe 7 more days if the product is not standard item, as the non-standard item will require to create a new part number on the system and are approved by finance team. In total, there's 81 days is required. Okay, from here, we have decided to implement Lean Six Sigma strategy to solve this case, as Lean Six Sigma would be the best approach for business improvement in reducing the lead time. In other words, we don't want the water to go through a long pipe. Everybody wants all the water to go through a shorter pipe instead. Eventually, we will reduce the long value adding stages to increase efficiency. Right now, the case is taking 81 days of the lead time, which is not competitive in the market. Number of studies have shown that the time is the most critical performance dimension in order process, and a competitive company should have high quality goods and high quality services. Fast delivery will increase the value. So now I move on what to measure. The lead time process is associated with the following parties, and I have highlighted where they belong from the process flowchart in below. And as I'm the champion, I've assigned 4 members to conduct gamble walk to collect the data in this stage. I've assigned 3 green belts member, Clement, Ronald, and Agnes, and 1 black belt member, Brian, to spend 4 weeks to conduct the gamble walk. In summary, the product team is doing fine as the environment is tidy and clean. All equipment and machine are all calibrated with certificate. They have 0 defects, and the team is honoring their production time with all the products. QS team is doing their job well. They have followed all the procedures, marked and traceable record, and honoring their checking time. The sourcing team and logistic team are relying on vendors. All the vendors are come from third party, which can be substituted in case of any backup is needed. They are 100% okay. CS team is an issue because they connect order every day, but not inputting to the SAP system in every day. CS team input order in every Friday instead, as they are believing this is more efficient way. CS will also connect the order by fax machine, since the customer from Hong Kong government are still using fax machine to issue the PO. CS will pass the fax order to admin to translate the fax order into electronic format, which will take maximum a week. In case there is a mistake, they will spend another week to correct it before they input to the system. In the case of the order have some non-standard product, there is no standard part number to input to the SAP system, which requires 7 days from finance team to make an approval and create the new part number. The finance team feel that this is not part of their job. However, as a matter of fact, it is required sometimes to create part number from the SAP systems. So now I move on to the fishbone diagram. The fishbone diagram here has highlighted the most critical reason which has led the long lead time issue. Majority is the long process before order confirmation stage, which mainly come from the CS team people who are not proactive and who are passing the fax order to admin people to review. Moreover, there is no standard procedure to guide anybody from before the order confirmation process. So now I move on to the part to talk about the analyze. I will pass to Alice to talk about it.
Hi everyone, this is Alice, the project manager. I will cover the analyze part and find out the process shortcoming. Here we can see a process state map. The process time for CS and sales to confirm the orders is 3.75 hours, but we are spending 21 days lead time on it. All the remaining days are waiting time or delays. We particularly highlight 3 processes: receiving fax, passing to CS, gathering orders. We spend 16 days on these 3 processes, which we want to reduce. Using Lean Six Sigma, we need to define value-adding activities and non-value-adding activities. These are some common definitions. For value-adding activities, it is crucial, and customers are willing to pay for them. For necessary non-value-adding activities, although they don't add the value, they are needed when completing the process. Finally, non-value-adding activities, they are pure waste and process shortcomings. These are our focuses. This is a VA and NVA analysis. All those highlighted in pink are non-value-adding activities. From the customer's perspective, these processes are not necessary. For example, checking products' existence and inventory, data entry, waiting for outside vendors. These processes do not add value to the product, which are wastage. We also identify several types of waste in Thermo Fisher. For example, waiting. Customer waiting for reply and quotation, because back end we need to differentiate facts and categorize their request. Overprocessing, which is duplicate work handled by several parties. Unnecessary transportations. Customers request transfer from sales to CS. Some consumable products only have 1 year shelf life and reduce near 2 months because our long lead time, which is not good enough. Out of this typical waste, we find that employees' potential is also wasted. For example, sales might be able to search for more business opportunity without wasting time on separating facts. Now I'll pass the time to Brian to talk more about how to tackle this waste. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Brian. I'm the assistant manager of the project. Here in this section, we're going to cover some of the changes and improvement that can be done to shorten the process. First of all, it is a technique from Lean. That is the standardization of work. There are 5 areas of work that can be changed and then standardized. First is the single contact window. Currently, customer may require contacting multiple salesperson and a customer service rep for one single transaction of purchase, but with different product categories. Standardize the structure by using key account base. One salesperson, one CS for one customer. Second, standardization is on the ordering process procedure. For now, CSRs are divided into different divisions according to product categories. After the standardization, CSR will be trained to handle any order for any product category. Third is to standardize the order receiving work under CS. Forget about the legacy issue. No more HR or admin to be involved. Their insufficient product knowledge would prolong the sales inquiry and thus the overall processing time. At the same time, turnaround time should be set, say 24 hours should be set as a standard. CSR responsible to distribute the inquiry or order should clear that case within 24 hours. Next, CSR should input all confirmed order into the system on a daily basis, not on every Friday. This could help manufacturing and logistics team to have better planning and thus shorten the overall lead time. And finally, new product code creation. CSR cannot create sales order in system before the product code is done. So it is suggested that to net Hong Kong Finance to approve and perform the cost row function in the system, as China Finance is having a bottleneck for handling this. Turnaround time should also be set. 24 hours should be reasonable. Second technique is the application of Juduka automation to develop an online platform for order receiving. Many other companies are already doing this. By using online platform, inquiries and orders can be automatically sent to relative salesperson or customer service rep to follow up or to process the order. Second is by using computer to receive the fax order or inquiries. By using optical character recognition can also be adopted to identify keywords and auto send to relative salesperson or CSR for follow-up. Third technique that can be employed is the visual management. Two tools can be used. First is the camera walk. This is the chance that you can take the time to watch how the new process are done and talking to those who are doing the job. Hearing employees' feedback and inputs on the new process and changes. Leaders can also hands-on to the new process and handle orders by themselves, so they can have the first-hand experience on the new process, so any changes needed, they can fine-tune the process. Second is the hurdle boards. The use of hurdle boards is to capture critical information and make them visual in nature that drive discussions for improvement and remove barriers to success. Information such as the KPIs, the targets, goals, best practice examples, action required, like you have to clear your order every day, and also help to communicate with the project status. And finally, here's the revised process. It summarizes all previous improvement mentioned earlier. CS to replace HR or admin for receiving fax orders, single contact points, the use of OCR, setup of turnaround time, and it come up with this new process. It reduced the order processing lead time from 21 days to 8 days. Now I pass on to Agnes for the control part.
Hi everyone, this is Agnes speaking, and I serve at the Green Belt for this project. Now we come to our final stage in the dynamic methodology. Here is the Gantt chart summary showing the timeline spent on each stage and the progress tracking of each task. As of now, the first 3 stages has been completed. For the improved stage, a total of 5 months will be assigned, including the pilot ones. For the control stage, the duration will be 3 months. The gray line here represents the task completed, and the purple colors mean the schedule of the pending jobs. Here is the monthly schedule view. Projects start in March and end in November. In control stage, the aim is to ensure solutions that we implement in the improved stage are sustainable. Also, the results of the work process, that is the time our staff spend on order processing, is predictable, can be delivered as promised, and align with the customer expectation and requirement. So the first control measure is SOP updates and documentations. Along this project, some of the workflows has been re-engineering to get rid of the non-value added step. So corresponding standard operation policy of the process changes will be updated. This eliminates the variation that may occur when handled by different people. The SOP can serve as a baseline for continuous monitoring of the process and as a control mechanism. The second is training and development. Both technical and soft skill training will be provided. For the technical training, it will be concentrated on new OCR system. For the soft skill training, capacity building such as internal skill development on Six Sigma qualified staff, how to design internal audit checklist by adding CTQ and KPI elements, building up internal monitoring team will be covered in this part. The third measure is performance tracking of new SOP adoption. After trial 1 completed, formal survey will be followed so that the company can reassess how their customers and their staff think about the changes. This data can be used and analyzed in order to verify the performance of the solution that we identify in this project. Review the results and go through gap analysis if needed. The last one is monitoring for continuous improvement. To sustain the performance for desired results, setting up the KPI to measure the update workflow to ensure that the vital few X factors, that is non-value added operation steps, lack of standardized workflow, many contact points are closely monitored. KPIs such as order, processing turnaround time, system approval time for new item will be captured. Staff receiving the training will be the team members of the internal audit team. Now I will pass to Ronald for his presentation. Thank you.
Hi everyone, this is Ronald speaking and I'm the project member. I'm going to talk about the conclusion part. We focus on the customer VOC to get the CDQ. By going through in systematic way dynamic, we reduce around 50% of process time and speed up the delivery. And also we get the positive gain from this project. The project not only provides short-term benefit, but also remove the non-value adding steps and waste. Here is the cost-benefit analysis that we estimate. First of all, the dollar sign was in US dollar. On the benefit side, we are assuming that through this Lean Six Sigma project, 0.5% of the quotation number can be recovered in the first 6 months. That is around 170 quotation and 280,000 in dollar value. And we cover 1% in the first year around 560,000. On the cost side, 25,000 on external consulting, which including a black belt and a master black belt consultant. 20,000 to upgrade our company website config to allow online ordering. 50,000 on in-house Lean Six Sigma training. 10,000 on other miscellaneous spending such as the OCR installation and other computer configurations. And the last 15,000 will be used as a bonus for the team. Net benefit for this project is expected to be 160,000 in the first half. The dynamic methodology we just go through from the different members, and I'm not going to talk about it again. What if improving PO process time? First, it will make faster delivery, means you can invoice customer faster and money to be received also get faster. It helps the company financial situation, especially in the recent tough times. Secondly, customer will feel happy if they can get the product faster and then downtime can be minimized. From the last analysis, we can get 0.5% return in 6 months and the cost for this project was only 120,000. It means that the project can be paid by itself, and if everything runs smoothly, we will get 560,000 total in return. What if not improving PO process time? In customer risk, user will feel enough with the company and think about to switch other brands. In the business side, business already down 2.5% last year and estimate a lose 0.5% annually if we do nothing. In the reputation, voice of customer will be transferred to other potential customer and it will create obstacle for our future business. And also we will increase the mood. Some consumable items have shelf life. Long delivery time will increase chance for customer to refuse. It will require additional transaction and time to replace the item. What next? Continuous measurement monitor will go live for another 6 months. Make sure the new PO process will fit with our proposed schedule. Survey to customer after products delivery. Customer can give feedback on our improvement. Verify the benefits we generate fits with our gain. And if all the above are satisfied, we can consider feasibility to apply another Lean Six Sigma again on the time required for receiving and releasing goods in our warehouse to customer. Thank you, and that's all for our presentation.